A Shalom Akim. First, foremost, and give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Racha Kodash. Double honors unto the elders, apostles of the great millstone. The elders of the great millstone, inner course. Peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect, the sincere servants of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, serve him in truth and sincerity. So we're coming back with another lesson to the spirit, and then Brother Chayaba from GMS Plain Tables Camp. And I was going across the news and came across this real quick from nationalnews.com. It says, CrowdStrike destroyed the internet for a spell. So what's next? And are you ready? And of course, as we know, this CrowdStrike passed, or, it occurred last week. As I make this video, it occurred last week. So it was pretty recent. And hey, man, a lot of things happen. Just systems crash and different IT companies got hit. Different banks. So hey, it definitely, it definitely did something. It says, what in the world is a dodgy channel file, and how did it cripple Bill Gates' illustrious Windows? Nearly every facade of American functionality via the internet was temporarily choked out and virtually shut down, including systems used for healthcare, emergency services, banking, supermarkets. It says credit card payments mainly, air travel, streaming, and more. This was a massive IT outage that literally savaged computer systems across the globe. So what happened? And can it easily happen again, but much worse, and for a much longer period of time? It says, did you get chained to your blue screen? This was just a test. Yeah, man, hey, everybody knows that this was just, set up in a test. When you go into it, or let's go ahead and, they're about to go into the reason why this happened. Apparently, what they say on the news. So the header, it says, centralized digital world can implode in an instant. It says, attention world, there's a CrowdStrike update that may have caught you off guard. Computers en masse have crashed, and even nerves with recovery keys and BitLocker are crippled too. Supposedly, an apocalyptic rebooting of Windows safe mode, some administrative passwords, and a quick physical deletion of a file within some subdirectory of Windows System 32 was a workaround. Who knew? Yeah, and when you go deeper into it, apparently somebody messed it up. And then again, this little mess up, this change got pushed, and somehow, it went into production, right? And then it just crashed everything. This had, such a big effect that, again, it affected countless IT companies. So you're telling me that this was just a mistake? Again, it's just another test, like the article says. It says, look up in the sky. The cyber sky is not a bird or a plane or a server or a single piece of software. It's a total inability to support usual performance. The large-scale collapse you are experiencing is centralized. So just imagine if the globalists ever completely install CBDCs, which stands for central bank digital currencies, with digital ID systems to match, everyone could virtually and literally be bankrupted in an instant. Everyone. This requires careful consideration. Look who's running the country, the printing of money, and the grabbing of guns right now. Yeah, and again, this is just a sign of the things to come, and it shows you the power that they have. They can literally wipe out the internet just like that, man. Cause, literally just a simple line of code, or just a simple switch, and everything will be shut down in an instant. So it's no reason why they want to set up this CBDC system. which was going to be based off of the mark that's spoken about in Revelation chapter 13 and 16. That's what Esau Edom, strong with the elite international bankers, which are all Edomites, the Caucasian people. These are the people who have power right now. But, the main ones who are pulling the strings, starting with them, is the elite international bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Gettys and DuPonts, and all these wealthy, and just banking families. Their families go back hundreds of years, and their wealth goes back centuries. And this is what they want to bring. So this is Revelation chapter 13 and 16. It says, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. Yeah, and this mark, by the way, is a Greek word charagma, which means a carving. Well, let's go ahead and get it real quick.
Strong's G 5480, charagma. Charagma.
So that's where it says a stamp and a printed mark, or the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand, as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Which, by the way, the Antichrist is not just one person. The Antichrist really represents many people, which is a majority of the world. The majority of the world are Antichrist. All Antichrist means is that you're against the anointed. You're against Yahushai, which, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. His true name is Yahushai, according to the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. And Christ means anointed within in Greek, and to say Christ, or to say anointed within in Hebrew, is Hamashiach. Which again, if you're against Yahushua and you're against what these scriptures say, and you're not for the Lord, then you are Antichrist. It says the mark branded upon horses, thing carved, sculpture, graven work. It also says a scratch or etching. So this is clearly speaking about something physical. And keep in mind, it said within Revelation chapter 13 and 16, they're going to cause everybody to take it, small, rich. Let's go ahead and get it. So to read it once again, Revelation chapter 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. Yeah, so this mark is the Greek word, again, charagma, which is speaking about something physical. An engraving, something that's put into your flesh by the way of incision, a cutting, which the mark completely matches up with the RFID implant, the chip. That's what they want to put in everybody's body. And by the way, this has, the technology, the NFC, and again, pretty much it gives you the ability to make payments, just like how, you use your debit card, you use your credit card to make payments, and, you only have to tap to pay, or you can use your phone now, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, whatever. You're going to be able to do the same thing with that mark. And, that's what they want to put in everybody. It says, verse 17, that no man might buy or sell save he that had a mark, or the name of the beast, or the numbers of his name. So it's going to come to the point where it's going to be mandated, so that you won't be able to buy or sell within a society, meaning you won't be able to go to the store, pay for your bills, have a job, sell. If you have a business, you won't be able to sell anything, because again, the whole entire money system will be based upon the chip, the RFID implant. If you don't have it, then you won't have access to the society. Going back to the article, it says nearly 9 million computers belonging to 24,000 organizations were incapacitated by a single update by CrowdStrike's Falcon software. If the world adopts, says is coerced into accepting CBDC instead of cash, one simple update like the one that just crossed through could wipe out everyone's money in an instant. And we're talking about checking and savings accounts. Doesn't matter if they are federally insured either. IRAs, CDs, CDs, 401ks, everything gone. Erased, dried up like a mirage in the desert, the cyber desert. Yeah, and again, man, that's why they're pushing for, or they want to outlaw cash, and they want to bring in this digital system. I mean, a lot of it's already in place. As we're speaking, less cash is being used and more digital means of payments, or what simply just digital payments are being used. But it's going to come to a point where they completely ban cash. And it's going to come to a point where they completely ban your debit card and your credit card. Apple Pay or whatever. The only way you're going to be able to pay is by the way of the mark, the RFID implant. That's, again, the mark of the beast that's spoken about Revelation chapter 13 and 16. And that's going to give them full control. I mean, first of all, this already has tracking in, the implant, the chip, already has monitoring and the tracking capabilities within it. So they'll be able to scan your body. I mean, we already see the Neuralink, what it can do. So yeah, they're going to be able to monitor you, to track you. Also, they'll easily be able to shut you down. Meaning that if you do something that's against the the gov, if you do something that's against them, then they can easily shut you down. So how much control can they get just from this new system? It says next paragraph, it says medical records could get wiped out also. Permanently non-accessible, the entire energy sector infrastructure could get shut down. That would mean loss of the ability to cool nuclear reactors. What then? Who could flip the switch back? Or would they want to? It says, or would they even want to? Maybe it would all be shut down on purpose, then be blamed. It says then blamed on some ghost hackers, or wait for it, those pesky Russians. Yeah, so to read this real quick, it says the totalitarians in Washington, D.C. right now, along with the globalist cohorts that want to rule the world with an iron fist, Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, Soros, etc., also want to require digital ID for internet access. So if you have any fake news narratives, you are cut off from everything in an instant. Or it's like it says, so if you doubt any fake news narratives, you are cut off from everything in an instant. Yeah, I mean, we already have a glimpse of that. The China, their system, they have a social credit system to where if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, your credit will get cut. So it says CrowdStrike style. No debit card function. It says no credit cards, no withdrawals, no phone use, no internet, no buying groceries or gas, or charging your crappy EV auto. That's also been shut down by the motherboard. See, hey, and this is exactly what the elder apostles, starting with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down. This is exactly what has been coming out, man. Again, you won't be able to have access to anything if you're against the government. If you're against, again, the media, and you're against the news, and you're pretty much speaking against it. You're coming up against the elite's agenda. You're going to be shut down out of the society, and they're going to come to a point where to have access to this side, you're going to need, again, that device, that chip, that implant within you. So it says 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11, least saints should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant. We are not ignorant of his devices. Devices meaning schemes, plans, tactics. We are not ignorant of his devices. So, a lot of these things that happen, for example, the crowd strike, and just just things happening that's, again, they say it's real, and they say, oh yeah, this and that happened, or blah 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 happened, and that's the reason why, which behind the scenes someone was pulling the strings the whole time. Again, they're doing this for their agenda. Just like how everybody at this point knows how the Trump assassination was completely, just a movie, just something out of a movie. Again, that was just theatrics. Everybody knows that at this point, and just many other things that happened. The pestilence that passed that started in 2019, and in 2019, beginning 2020, when that started. They're going real heavy. They're going into the media. They're using, what's it called? They're using, what's the word? They're pretty much using science that's not backed up by, that's literally not backed up by any any evidence. They're just bringing it out, and pretty much making it seem like it's real, but there's nothing to really back it up at all. Or keep 6 feet, and do this and do that, and pretty much take an experimental drug within you that hasn't been tested at all, which, even if it is tested or not, that's still poison. And pretty much how they pushed it was by the way of the media, the news. They also put certain restrictions within jobs where a lot of people lost their jobs, or your job got threatened, and this and that. You couldn't do this activity without that juice. It says big tech and big government are in no mood to let Donald J. Trump take the reins come January 2025. Which, hey, if he does, he's gonna be following the elite's orders as well. Hey, as the saying goes, there's no election, there's a selection. There's no elections, there's selections. This was more like running a systems check for a litmus test to see how everybody acts. Yeah, man. And hey, pretty much everybody's hoping that Trump gets back in after Biden had his run. Everybody can't wait for Trump to get back in, or that's most people's that's what they hope for. But yeah, at the end of the day, Trump is going to be following orders as well. Hey, Trump could really be the president who actually brings in the NWO. He really comes down hard and shuts down everything. Lockdowns and martial law. I'm speculating, but it's completely possible. It says, then there's AI. Should artificial intelligence decide to shut down the whole lot, thus incapacitating itself, then Houston, we have a real problem. That blue screen of death may not go just away with the software, or a hard reset or hard restart. You might want to check your sat phone battery backup supply right now. How much stored food do you have? What's its quality? How long it will last? Potable water, filtered. And these people are just I mean, pretty much it's just Americans with, they just have more to spill about what's going on. But hey, they're not in the truth. They're not serving the Lord. I mean, a lot of these authors, again, they bring out good information, but they're not in the truth. A lot of them are Edomites, or they're not even Israelites. But us brothers, because hey, all we have is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I don't care if you have, you have a whole warehouse full of different foods and provision and water and shelter and this and that to keep you quote unquote safe within these upcoming times. Hey, if you don't have the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, then you won't be protected. You'll be subject onto these evils. Cause you might have guns and ammo, but hey, guns and ammo can get lost or can get stolen, or your gun can jam. Or somebody can come up from behind you and take you out that way. So, of course, us brothers within the truth, we're serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai so that we're kept safe from these upcoming evils. Because the scriptures say how the elect's going to eat, the Lord's going to take care of the elect. It says in Ephesians chapter 3, or Ephesians chapter 5 and 15, it says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." So walk circumspectly. And, especially with these times that we're in right now, a lot of deception is happening. Again, just a lot of lies within the media. Just lies within the news. And just different things happening. The hearts of many waxing cold. Meaning that people are becoming more and more evil. Things are changing. It says redeeming the time because the days are evil. So making sure we got to do what we have to do in order to please the Lord and be considered blameless before these times of peril come. I mean, really, we're currently in the times of perils, but it's going to get a lot worse. The climax, all hell is about to break loose very soon. It says, "Wherefore be not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." And the will of the Lord is to serve him and to do his will, to keep his commandments, to do what he said to do. To believe on Yahushai, because through Yahushai, we receive the mercy from the Lord, and we're able to have that connection between the Heavenly Father, because Yahushai is our mediator. So, we're going to keep on doing the will of the Lord, bringing out prophesying this word, feeding the sheep, going out there on the highways and the byways, until we can't do it anymore, because the famine of the word is coming very soon, as it says in Amos chapter 8 and 11. And just like how CrowdStrike happened, they're going to have the same, or, they're going to be able to do the same thing with the entire internet. They can shut it down, man. And again, just one simple, whatever they did, obviously it wasn't anything hard to do. They can easily shut down thousands and thousands of companies, shut down the whole internet. So that's why Amos 8 and 11 is written. The feminine word, the point where you won't be able to hear this word anymore. Hear, this gospel. But yeah, I believe that's the point. Those were brothers that edified Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Akakodash Bakathum. Shalom.